this is Heidi with Sapala's Glitter. I'm going to show you how you do epoxy today. I don't do tumblers anymore, so I'm going to actually be using the Amazing Clear Cast 2-part epoxy. I buy mine from Michael's. Usually you can do like the 40% off little coupon that they have on there. This is going to be a 2-part. One side is going to be the part B side. This one's going to be a thinner coat, or it's going to be a thinner substance. And then the other side is going to be the A side. This one's going to be a thicker one. I like to pour my A side first because it's thicker. So I just put mine in these little measuring cups. So I have my part B and my part A. I'm sorry, my part A and my part B. But I just use the little measuring cups so that I have exactly how much I know that's going to be in there. You have to have the same amount in both. And then I just use some Dixie cups. You can buy these at any store that you want to. Then I also use a metal stir. I was using popsicle sticks, and then I found like that I had more bubbles than not what I liked. So I moved to using the metal ones, and I do have these on my side as well. So what I do is I go ahead and I try to pour my thicker one into the Dixie cup first. Make sure you get everything, because this is a 2-part epoxy. So if you don't get everything, like, it will sometimes not cure right, or you're just gonna have a big mess on your hands. Trust me, I know. I do not slowly stir mine. They say like you really need to stir it slowly. I don't, and I have found that I don't really have much of an issue now that I swapped to a metal stirrer, and I also use heat depending on the project that I'm using. What I do is I'm going to set that cup that I use right there in front of the B. That way I know which cup that one was. And then I'm going to do the same for the A and just mix that in there. This is quite a bit of epoxy. This is 2 tablespoons each. So it's going to be 4. I am going to do some swatches today. And if you are interested in that video, it will be posted as well. Again, I am not a pro at doing epoxy or anything like that, so I just use what I have used and do what I have done that works the best for me. There's a lot of people that do it differently. I have found the ways that I have liked best. I use popsicle sticks for about 2 years until I decided to go to a metal, and then I liked the metal so much I ended up adding it to my shop. So I just prefer the metal, plus it's reusable, so I do like that part. So once you get it in your Dixie cup, you just mix it all around. When you first put it in, you notice it was kind of clear. When you start stirring, it's going to be like this milky, like cloudy color, and it's going to have a little bit of bubbles. You're going to mix this until it turns clear again. So you will be mixing it for quite a while. Like I said, I kind of stir mine kind of fast. Make sure you get the edges and scrape the bottom, just for the simple fact that you don't want any of that excess going anywhere. I do wear gloves when messing with epoxy. So you're going to keep stirring this until it turns clear. I always wear gloves when I am messing with epoxy. I usually use a mask as well. However, I don't have the masks on during these videos just because I sound like horrible and you cannot hear me even with my microphone on. So just for the sake of these videos, I don't, but I would recommend making sure that you wear everything. Okay guys, now that my epoxy is stirred, I've got some bubbles in there, but I'm gonna heat everything later when I'm working on my project. So I do want to say, depending on the epoxy that you are using depends on the time frame that you have to work with. Amazing Clear Cast doesn't have, it's not a short time span, so you do have room to make mistakes and that you need to do everything else. That's completely fine. I have used some where it also depends on how the heat is and your temperature elements in your house or in your workspace, or like me, my little storage she shed thing. So it depends on all of your elements for your temperature as wise as well, and how long that you're going to be able to use and keep your epoxy from thickening and hardening. That is a factor. I have used some that, I mean, it hardened in 25 minutes. Because I'm splitting this up into multiple projects, I'm gonna add some of this in a medicine cup, just how like I was, and I'm gonna leave my stirrer in there, and then I'm going to go ahead and mix my glitter and everything else. But I'm gonna change my gloves because I don't like my glitter jars to be gross. So that's how you mix your epoxy, and I'm gonna go ahead and start doing my swatches. All right, guys, bye.